I can say, hey, welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. This is, I almost said Hearts of Iron 4. Wow, I am not awake. This is Stellaris, Star Trek New Horizons mod. We are loading up our campaign as the United Federation of Planets, in which we are pretty much the predominant force. Predominant? Doesn't that mean prior to dominant? Like before dominant? Like preeminent? Preeminent doesn't actually mean eminent. Whatever. We're the biggest country, nation, faction, whatever, on the map. The only people, faction, country, etc., that I'm even vaguely concerned about taking on would be the Borg. We haven't fought a substantial war in this game, and it's 20-something hours in. We are at 2292. And let's just unpause this, because I don't remember what Alex was doing. What was I doing last night? Did I really stream this last night? Yeah, I guess I did. Wow, my memory's garbage today. This looks like something I should be doing. Yeah. This isn't looking bad. I'm looking over here, looking at my bitrate, going like, yep, okay, that's what it's supposed to be at. Excellent. Excellent. Slowly panning to the left because I dropped the mouse off the screen. Yeah, cool.
Construction complete.
Oh god, so many star bases. Do I have this view on? No, that's just all of our territory. Dang, okay. Right, I was sending around our fleets on... I wouldn't call them suicide missions, but missions without concern to survivability. Just wiping out all these space trash. That's a nice way to say it, but they are space trash, effectively. No, OBS, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's fine. Just calm down there, kiddo. Close this, close that, close this.
Engaging enemy fleet.
So that's gonna go well. What am I pouring all of our minerals into? I know I'm upgrading our star bases, which is just a forever thing. That's probably where most, if not all of them, are going. Is Burdette? Okay, you can go build in Burdette. So that'll get us this. Where are these? Pretty exciting. The Vodwar might not be the most happy neighbors, but mutual threats. Who are our mutual threats? Can't be the Borg, right? I suppose it must be. The Kabali or something. But at least they think favorably of us, for now.
Engaging enemy station.
Researching things super exciting. Precognition, there we go. Chamber is cool, but not really all that exciting. Power Hub 2, oh, this is kind of neat, but... Right, I think I was talking a big game about... Now that our fleets are starting to get whittled down a little bit, it's a good opportunity to rebuild the fleets, particularly the destroyer fleets. I was looking at ship speed and seeing that heavy escorts are the second fastest ships available, second only to patrol frigates or patrol... Yeah, frigates. Good brain, Alex. Patrol frigates, but I'm not really in the market for those right now. Yeah, the ancient destroyers we're not having any trouble with, but it's the weird balls of light that are just one-shotting our fleets quite effectively. Well, our ships, not our fleets exactly. I'd be more heartbroken about that if our destroyers were the best thing I could build, top of the line, and they weren't antiquated, but they are antiquated, so it does not bother me very much. Or at all, really. Babin still doesn't have a starbase. That, if it weren't for this tiny patch of blue right here, or these not being built, I would not have been able to tell that. You're over in Sevilla. I guess you're closer. De Groot is on fire. We're integrating the Cation Union. I think they should be at 100%. Really, the biggest bullet point for me that I think that I need to remember, well, one, get that shit off the screen, is that we were experiencing a lot of crashes yesterday. And I do mean a abnormal number of crashes. So that's something worth keeping an eye on. Our sectors don't have enough dilithium, huh? Yeah, what's going on with that? Sectors, you should have more than enough dilithium. Lambda Serpentis Prime is lacking 4? Explain this to me. Explain this to me. I should really start with Chaijuko. Wait, was this before I went back and edited this? Ah, we lost that, huh? Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's annoying, but fair. I knew we lost some progress. I didn't think it was anything significant. And while I wouldn't categorize this as overly significant, it is fairly annoying. So, in the Lambda Serpentis Prime system, what we need to do is, like I think we did before, yep, the whole arm reaching over here, we need to add all of our dilithium producing systems back into here. That's annoying, but it's okay. Get their one. Yeah, Fenton is the important one way the fuck up here. Got Hornsby, got Carmack, Boardman. Nope. It's Python 6. Get out of here, Fadwar. You are making it harder for me to do what I'm trying to do. Beyond that, if I recall correctly, there is not more dilithium in here. However, we might have more dilithium sitting around in some of these systems, like that one. Not seeing any. Not seeing any. It's a lot to keep track of. Seoul has some, but again, I'm not handing that off to a sector, nor could I, even if I wanted to. Branham looks like it could go. Macron Theta? Am I okay handing you off? Yeah, whatever. Give me Branham. Give them Branham. Really? You have Guyana? Yep. Yep. Right. And no dilithium over here. Okay, I think that's all of our free dilithium to hand out. Yep, and that just leaves Lambda Serpentis Prime with one too many facilities. That plays correctly into how I remember this going. Go ahead, demolish this, and build one of these in there. No. Terrible deal. Oh, right, we have Minton, right? Yeah, of course we do. God, that is misleading. Berengaria. Done up here. Capadelphine, have we moved on to? Looks like somebody's handling that. Everything in here has been handled. Okay, goodbye, USS Jordan. Really, on a map this big, when you are as mineral saturated as we are, not even mineral rich, I would describe it as saturized. there's not much of a motivation to keep your construction ships. Like, I just build them where I need them, have them do what I need them to do, and then they can go back away again. Because that's faster and ultimately less work for me. It's not more economically efficient, but it's more considerate to my time. And by extension, the viewer's time, because you have to see me fiddling around with the same thing a little less. Of course, that's like the entirety of this series, so if that were truly so exhausting, Al would not be watching this. Sevilla, I think I'm done with you. Get out of here. Let's just really cut down on this. This can be expanded. Give me an orbital science center. Come back to me. You finally are colonized, so we can plop down this. We can give you a museum and a colonial bureau and upgrade. Lots of trade depots. Museum. Bureau upgrade. Dope. Kissing a lot of our a lot of our minerals away right now, or goodbye right now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and unpause this. I don't need to keep it paused while I'm just upgrading stuff. The prison? Yep, sure, go with that. Cation Union, 126%. So hello Cation Union, welcome aboard. Due to advances in technology, they're now a member world. Yeah. So they have been... Is it the Cation Union? Yeah. We now have, I go to species, a single Cation. They're industrious, great, talented, pretty good. Slow breeders, fucking awful. Solitary, terrible. So we will have to keep them in mind if we get more savanna planets to colonize with them, just to kind of boost their population. But, you know, if we can't do that, it's not the end of the world. Hello? Yeah. Research agree. Really? Disloyal attitude. That'll change. That'll change. Probably at the end of the month, once they stop being a protectorate. It's very interesting how your vassals calculate their opinion of you in this mod. In normal Stellaris, it makes sense for a bunch of protectorates or vassals to go like, hey, fuck you, we could take you on, you're not actually that big. But in this mod, where all the members of the Federation become, you know, vassals, it's it's a little different. Small docking hatch. Small docking hatch waiting to the interior of this asteroid is visible at the rim of a small crater around its surface. The hatch was likely concealed once, but has been exposed by micrometeorite impacts on 88D2 3254. This is probably nothing exciting, but that is a-okay. Doesn't always have to be exciting. Love to see that. There's not a lot exciting visually going on, but it's very aesthetically pleasing to me to have just line after line of stuff building. Like, dope. It's a very Factorio feeling, or very Hearts of Iron industry feeling. Now we're talking about heavy escorts because they're fast. But when it comes to bang for their buck, even battleships don't really stand up to the assault cruisers. Battleships can take more of a punch, but they do half the damage that assault cruisers do, and if we look at dodge or evasion, that's even 10% worse. So assault cruisers really seem like what I'd like to go for moving forward to replace our battleship fleet. I love that I'm talking about, well, the destroyer fleets we definitely need to replace, but fuck it, let's also replace battleships. But financially, we'll focus on saving up, replacing one fleet at a time from destroyers, moving into heavy escorts. And then I guess the battleship fleet could see a rework, if necessary. But it might be worthwhile holding on to these big, slow, laborious ships if they are really as hard to kill as they seem to be.
Anomaly detected.
Atmospheric object sensor echoes have indicated the presence of some kind of unidentified object deep in the atmosphere of Fairy 4. Very well.
Technology discovered.
Okay, that's not an exciting tech, but we have it now. 42,000 seems to be the cheapest thing we can grab here. Dedicated Phaser Turret 3 seems very good. Bipolar Combat Warp Engine seems very good as well. But let's just get miniaturized aceton assimilators, because they've been bumping around in this research menu for a while. Improved power and plasma functions allow for the components of an aceton assimilator to be miniaturized while simultaneously improving performance. These reduce enemy shield hit points and reduce daily shield regen by 0%. That seems like that's not working as intended. Is it supposed to multiply it by 0 and totally disable it? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be scripted to do what it's supposed to do. Pirate treasure. This asteroid, 88D23254, appears to have been used intermittently as a base by a band of alien pirates roughly 1,000 years ago. A small boarding party entered the base and managed to recover an abandoned treasure hoard. It consisted largely of stolen trinkets and artifacts, but some of it appears to be of value. Still appears to be of value. Rogue, can you be... Nah, you can just be colonized. Ah. Right. I'm still on the terraforming kick. Trappist is probably where I should be focusing. Yep, because Glacial can be colonized by the Breen, and we will hopefully eventually get the Breen. Nah, here's a marginal planet. Nobody likes marginal. I think Continental is the cheapest thing to transition this to. Is that right? Kind of weird, but okay. And this is a desert world, so naturally arid would be easiest. Delightful. Nope, did not mean to do that. Trappist still needs some upgrading. This desert planet, Catharia. Wow, man, my vision is horrible. This can be terraformed as well. Okay, cool. So we have, that's glacial, so I'll keep it. We have something in the Dewa system, and then we have Trappist to do, and then that's all the terraforming I need to do. That's a remarkably short period of time. I mean, the terraforming itself, if we scroll down to the bottom here, we see is going to take... The first one should be done in like... Oh. No, Tau Ceti will be done in a month because all we're doing is freezing the planet. Some of these will take about 10 years. Tau Ceti Prime, I'm changing its habitability from pelagic to something more habitable for us because of these awful thunderstorms and bleakness. Crushed Cruiser. The shattered remnants of a cruiser-sized starship can be detected in a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Fairy 4. It appears to have ventured into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a desperate attempt to escape a pursuer, only to be crushed by the atmospheric pressure. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but a structural scan of the wreckage has provided us with interesting engineering data. Equal to almost 1/10 of our monthly output. Diplomacy, I was talking about wanting to go through because of alien tourism decreasing. Well, the Alien Visitor Center could be interesting, but really the reduction of border friction by 25% should better our relations with some of our neighbors significantly. Alright, Tau Ceti Prime. Yeah, it got rid of bleak, so it's just incessant thunderstorms, so this should be now very colonizable. The Anar are really the only ones who would be happy colonizing this. So I'm assuming if I find another Arctic world, they'll be on it. Here would be okay. Here would be fine. Fine. Let's plop it down right here. Tau Ceti Prime. I believe Tau Ceti Prime is already in a... What? Lambda Serpentis Prime is an example of a sector. It's in a sector already. But that is totally fine. Yeah, it is. So the AI will assume management of that planet, which probably means I'll have to come back later and micromanage to fix things, but it should be okay.
Construction complete.
Ooh. That's a reminder that I have a bunch that I can upgrade on my own. Trade Depot, upgrade. Trade Depot, upgrade. Scrolling forever. Yeah, I really wish... It's cool that starbases are so modular and so customizable, but I wish, like, starships, I could set a blueprint for them for different types and say, make this a commercial starbase, or make this a colony type 1 starbase, or make this a science starbase, or make this a shipyard, etc., etc., because that would save me so much time. But at a certain point, when you're playing a management game like this, if you remove all the micromanaging, what are you left with? If you remove all the management from a management game, what's left, right? So, although I complain about it, that is functionally the game. It's really a quirk of this strategy genre, or grand strategy genre in particular, is you do a lot of macro managing and a lot of micromanaging, and it's work, but it's fun work to a certain point. I think managing 50 star bases is pushing it. I think it stopped being... It reached peak fun around 20, 25 probably. Like, that felt like a really impressive number, and it felt cool to have that many star bases. And then it turned into, oh god, this is too many star bases. Maybe star bases like planets should be able to be thrown into a sector, just make them slightly easier to manage, who knows. Alright, so we are looking at our heavy escort prototypes. Oh, it's only this. So they can be cheaper, faster to build. No, just give them reinforced hulls.
Technology discovered.
Okay, that's a little disappointing. I thought it was something more exciting than that. We can raise our mineral storage capacity. This might actually be pretty useful. In building new fleets, I like to pay for it all at once rather than in small chunks, so that's tempting. Next stage, quantum torpedo is pretty cool, and this keeps getting us better and better torpedoes. But if we're just upgrading our... More star bases, you say. I'm doing this, and the reason for me doing that is, like I've mentioned previously, each of these gives us science. Not much science, granted, but science. And none of the other options increase our science output. And if it's not increasing our science output, it's not contributing to fighting against this inflation cost, and it's not making future techs easier to research. If I can spend more resources getting something that'll make other techs cost less resources, that tech is worth getting first, even if it's not perfectly ideal. Okay, there's an asteroid falling on your planet, can be nerve-wracking. Frisch Prime has been rather fortunate. No harm has befallen the colony. I didn't even know there was an asteroid coming for it. Our people will endure this harsh environment. Give for 5 years, -5 happiness, but you get 4 minerals. Or... Asteroid Defense System. Recent impact for 5 years. Yeah, let's do Asteroid Defense System. This will investigate how to best protect the colony from frequent asteroid impacts, which will get rid of the happiness negative thing on here.
Special project.
Or at least it should. Combination of extra sturdy construction techniques and automated defenses should keep the colony on Frisch Prime safe from further asteroid impacts.
Survey complete.
No? Huh. Okay, I thought it changed that modifier. I'm wrong. Not the first time, not the last time. Getting to the point, what is this, glacial? Nope, that's not the one we wanted to change. This is marginal. So I'm gonna need 7,000 energy credits. It's interesting, minerals is one word, but energy is energy credits, because it's not literally, it's literally like energy, it's an energy backed currency. So if it's a combination of energy and money, why not just call it credits then? Because shorthand used by the Stellaris community is energy, right? And even... Yeah, shorthand I use and I've heard used is energy, not credits.
Construction.
Maybe calling something credits is proprietary, or a little too similar to some notable science fiction franchises. I don't know. And it falls very much into a cliche. Like, we're in space. We use space credits as money. Credits are, money that are based off of. Don't worry about it. Don't try to bring real economics into this.
Construction complete.
An energy-backed unit of currency.
Construction complete.
In a universe where you have faster than light travel, you have solar fusion technology, essentially. It wouldn't be worth anything. A time-based unit of currency. Now that might be worth something, because while time you can get a little wobbly with, time travel itself is not something that Stellaris gets into a lot.
Construction complete.
It's kind of like how currency with the
Construction complete.
Ferengi make absolutely no sense. Latinum has value because you can't replicate it, or it's difficult to replicate. Okay? Like, that creates scarcity, but scarcity doesn't necessarily create inherent value. Not unless it's useful for something. And the Borg Collective have declared war on the Kravik Imperium. Ooh. You're going after these. The Kravik,
Complete.
they're already machines.
Construction
Can you
complete. Construction
turn a machine into a Borg?
Survey.
The Borg are treated as cyborgs. It's a genetic module. It's a trait modifier given to a species. Things turn into Borg, whereas machines. Huh? Interesting. I don't know what'll happen there. I'm curious. I'm excited to see what happens.
Technology discovered.
What did we get? What did we get? Miniaturized, yeah, thing I'm not gonna use. Exciting. 64,000, yeah, hull breach phasers, Mark II, will take a year. They're good, hull breach phasers are very cool, do a lot of damage, and in specific circumstances, seem like they'd be very impressive. We just haven't had an excuse or motivation, really, to utilize them. Yeah, the languid pace with which the Third Fleet takes to get from A to B is further incentive for me to build heavy escort fleets that would be faster than our destroyers, but tougher. They definitely wouldn't have just the stubborn staying power that the Third Fleet seems to have, but Jesus, it's so slow. On a smaller map, battleships seem like they'd be better, but on a map this big where we're sprawling larger and larger, and if I were declared on by the Tholians, it would take me in the game years to get my ships back over here. Peculiar crater. A large impact crater has been discovered on Arellano? Are, 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 Arellano? Sure. 4. That does not seem to be a natural occurrence. That word should not be so difficult. Level 7, Jesus Christ, what is this? This is a very difficult thing. Our KX, or KX here, who's level... Ah, you assign somebody else to it automatically. Now, Grelish here is gonna take 420 days to research this. God damn. That's quite a while. Alright. So we now actually have less constructors over here than we need to be building everything, but that's totally okay with me. That means that we can keep accumulating enough influence to more actively integrate our vassals into the Federation proper. What do you have? You have 11 engineering techs that I don't. That makes me believe that we've gone down a different path somehow. What the fuck is this? Screenshot this. So this is a Cation with an Andorian headpiece on it? What has happened here? Alright, there. If I go to... Okay, alright. Baby, what is you doing? It looked a little off. Just a little. Man, we are at half of our fleet cap. That's so cool. Feline supplements? What? Explain feline supplements. What did I... How am I producing this? Okay, whatever. So, for the most part, our strategic resources are giving us happiness, right? Happiness, happiness, happiness. Energy, food, happiness, cheaper stuff. Dark matter's doing God's work and giving us more physics, research, lots of happiness. I should be more excited about the leader lifespan lengthening, but I'm not. It's cool, but I don't care. We have so many leaders, they're more or less a dime a dozen at this point. Go ahead, upgrade that. Down here, Orbital Museum. Scroll back up to our planets, which definitely have things to upgrade on them.
Survey complete.
Another child genius? Hell yeah. Nope. Lump sum payments for licensing. Licensing access to a resource over an extended period of time does not seem to be a good deal to me. Now, payments over a long period of time for access to that resource seems like a much better deal. Though truthfully, getting paid all at once gives you the option to invest those resources all at once. If you make a good investment, then the interest accumulated or accrued by that investment will make the long term even better. If it's just a 3 minerals per month for a year, so 36 minerals, bad example, 100 minerals per month per year, so about 1,200. If you don't include any interest on that, it's probably actually better. What I'm saying is I'm wrong about this. I started saying, no, taking a lump sum payment up front is the bad way to do it. No, actually, it's better to take a lump sum payment than it is to take a monthly payment. A monthly payment makes these values, the energy credit gain and mineral gain per month look better, but in actuality, so long as you can invest the minerals or energy you're getting in getting more energy or more minerals, it's better to take a lump sum payment up front. Just counterintuitive, because this game doesn't really have inflation. These currencies do not suffer from inflation at all. A small space station of some kind has been built in a stable orbit around UT-951. It appears to be deserted. Yeah, alright. The session talks with... We can do the Antikin packs, which are down here. The Seaway clutches, which are down here. The Lysepian parliaments, which are in here. Or the Valerian freeholds, which are here. I guess it doesn't much matter, huh? So let's go with the Antikins. Do high-intensity negotiations, so we should only have to do this twice. Get these goofy fucking dog people. Star Trek Next Generation had some very interesting costuming. Very, very interesting.
Construction complete.
Do I have someone moving here? No, I don't. Or yes, I do. Fuck are you doing down here?
Technology discovered.
Goodbye. Precognition chambers. Now, these are very cool and might find a use for them somewhere, but I don't think so. Advanced combat training, creating dedicated headquarters for all levels of military operations, shapes an efficient fleet, and lays a better foundation for future military training. Creating dedicated headquarters shapes an efficient fleet. Shapes is an interesting word to use here. I guess that's not grammatically incorrect. It just sounds odd to me. Assault army, damage, morale, and health. Cool, if we ever get around to using them. But we have not had the occasion yet. Let's go on fleet manager. I would like to make a new fleet. This new fleet would be based out of Jupiter Station because, I mean, why assign it anywhere else? Heavy escort. Like, all heavy escorts. How much would this cost? 22,000 to completely reinforce? No, that wouldn't even completely reinforce it. Dang! Start doing it anyway? Yeah. And then I'll quick this again once we have enough. Heavy escorts are 5 grand each, so this will cost us about 40,000 credits in total. Jesus. That is very expensive. Alright, well, I'll come back to that then. But they'll be fast. They'll be very fast. Ooh. Alright, educational reforms, ecological campaign, healthcare reform. Don't care about civilian conscription, naval modernization. Sure, I'm not crazy about it. Shouldn't make a huge difference, but sure. And none of these... Map the Stars is tempting. Yeah, let's get Map the Stars. This increases anomaly discovery chance by 10% if there are anomalies we haven't already found. That'll help us out. It increases survey speed by 25%, so it should help move things along a little bit. We have a lot of space left to survey, even if it's already been surveyed by other powers, and helping that move along seems like it would be helpful. Even if it's only slowly that we're helping it move along. Oh, hey. Another one of these. Okay. No, god damn it. God damn it. This is happening often enough that I can replicate this. It's concerning. So what I was gonna say there was our ship was idling around in that Fallen Empire's home star, because it and all of the other ships in that system are trying to orbit the star, but because of a pathfinding or some sort of problem with the AI or some sort of problem with the scripting spawning the ships are unable to properly enter orbit. So they'll queue up to enter orbit, but none of them will actually be the first one to enter orbit. Our ship then wants to scan it so it enters at the end of the queue. Or the end of the queue, rather. And because the queue doesn't move, it doesn't move, and it just sits there and keeps getting the order over and over and over to survey, but doesn't actually survey. The way we had dealt with that before, and I was going to deal with it, was creating a save before using a console commands, because that's just generally good practice in case you mistype something. Hopping over to the affected Fallen Empire, taking all their ships, moving them somewhere else arbitrarily. They'll follow out that move order, then they'll come back and return to their default behavior. In that time period, that should give your survey ship enough time, or your science vessel enough time, to survey the star or whatever it is that they're trying to survey and move the fuck on, which would give us access to that ship again. But for whatever reason, this particular save, when I've gone to save, has been unhappy doing so. It's a little frustrating. Mostly just because of the wasted time in a lot of these videos that are just now, hey, Alex is talking in front of loading screens. Yeah, okay, if this persists, the save issue persists to happen, or this crashes once an hour, I may move on to a new campaign on a smaller map with a different faction, because this is cool. I really like this mod. I really like what it does to the game, makes it better. But there's something going on, and it's probably just us starting this campaign. I talked about this before on an older version of the mod and an older version of Stellaris, and playing it in not 1 but 1.1 versions later. We started this on 2.1, and there have been a couple updates since then. Nothing major has changed, but stability is a finicky thing, my dudes. Alright, so how far back did this put me? I'm not paying close enough attention to the dates to really register. So, alright, this is a good way to tell. Yeah, I hadn't actually created the fleet yet. Yeah. What is the third fleet doing? It's idling in the Augustine section. So, okay, I hadn't even ordered this over here yet, or if I had, it hadn't taken the order. The Epsilon Iridani craft is still here, not destroyed. Okay. So if I go here, save. Load this, my dude. Yeah. I'm not actually sure why that's being such an issue. Only that it is being an issue. So we need to, nope. Yeah, debug mode, debug tooltip, play 61? Right, hey, I'm the Metron Consortium. Jesus Christ. I have huge fleets that... Just go out here and... I'm not... Alright, I'm tempted to fuck with all of this and change all of this, but... Wow! Fallen Empires don't get traditions... I knew they didn't research anything. Former glory, okay. Really? Wow, they don't have nearly as much as I thought they would. Warp travel, Tetrionic cannon, laser cannon, early fusion power. Huh. So is what makes you good your ships? Yeah. Yeah, what makes you good are your ships. You start out with some pretty dang good stuff. Yeah, pretty good. Jesus Christ. What's going on in your capital? Yeah, okay, that looks right. So, all of you being good little ships and just moving. Yeah.
Log updated.
Okay. The Walker, survey this. Please. Please, God, survey that. Alright. Jeez. You can see this just chugging a little bit with all of these. I don't want to say this is a source of the performance issues, but this is definitely, mod authors, a source of the performance issues is having all of these ships, and it could be native to Stellaris, this being a problem. All of these ships trying to enter orbit but failing to over and over and over, and those movement orders getting assigned over and over and over and over and over. It's not a huge waste of resources, but it is a waste of resources. Alright. That's done, so we can go ahead, turn that off. Go ahead, turn that off. And you can continue exploring, please. Yeah. Now they're all in orbit. The AI is assigning them back, so they're going to turn right back around and go down to here. Alright. Alright, I have no idea what I want to spend money on, so we're just going to take new fleet here, assign it to Jupiter Station. Dope. Yeah, assign to base. No? Can't actually. Alright, create new. Home base, Jupiter Station. Hell yeah. Give me heavy escorts. Give me all the heavy escorts. Say goodbye to my money. Yeah. We shouldn't find anything surveying this, but just to get that ship back. We are talking to the Antikins. We're using high-intensity negotiation. Okay, so we were only a couple of months behind. Hold on. Pause. Exit. Save. Fixed it. Save over it. Alright. I think it might just be that I'm pausing and rushing over to saving too quickly. There's something that's not happening happily here.
Construction complete.
Whatever. Could also be that my processor's having a bad time. It may not just be the mod, but the reason that the mod runs so slowly for a lot of folks is... And the reason Stellaris runs so slowly for a lot of folks, and a lot of Paradox titles is the way that Paradox titles take advantage of your system's processing power. Oh wow, this is getting precognition chambers. Okay, damn. So we could get xenobotany and get food, which we don't need. We do not need. Or we can get precognition crime prevention. Ah, yeah, there's an anime about this. What is that anime called? Combining the minds of those rare individuals with precognition abilities allows us to stop crimes before they occur. We can build the Psionic Crime Detection Center. It produces society research, not much of it, and it gives planet modifier unrest -100. The ability to predict a crime before it occurs has long been a dream of law enforcement. The installation of psychic scanners that detect deviant behavior across the planet will allow our police force to intercept most crimes before they even occur. The courts can then determine whether or not the citizens are guilty of a thought crime, even if it did not occur. Thought crimes. You can get terraformed into a nice continental planet, and I think if all of our other terraforming is still rolling along, and I believe that it is, we can start terraforming the TRAPPIST system next. Ah, okay. It was prior to this, so it was prior to me saying map the stars, and going, do this, don't do that, do this, this, and that. Cool. there a quick save hotkey? I've never needed this before annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly. Yeah. I talked about last time that I was going to adjust the autosave. There we go, it's a monthly autosave now. That'll slow down gameplay a little bit, but if we do crash, it'll be a lot easier to come back from it than having to redo an entire year. Especially if we crash on December 31st of a year. And we have $5,000. Another one. We're constructing 3-6, so we still have $10,000 left to go until we'll have the entire heavy escort fleet up and ready to go. Only 8 ships per fleet, whereas the first and second fleets consist of fully reinforced. They consist of 20 destroyers.
Technology discovered.
Dope. Yeah, hull breacher phasers, not really gonna get much use from those. I guess nutrient replicators. I was just talking about how much we didn't need food, but well, replicator technology is now increased to the stage where dematerialized matter can be reconstituted into delicious edible foods. Demilitarized. Gotta fucking put a DMZ in that food. I haven't seen a lot of evidence of AI nations going out of their way to knock out these pirates or other naturally occurring problems.
Establishing colony.
Or determinants to expansion, but it might just be that I'm not looking for it. Well, no, I just don't think that they're doing it. I think that these fleet strengths are just too high. In the same way that the fleet strength of star bases is too high for a lot of AI. When we do a new campaign, I'm starting it at the highest difficulty with scaling difficulty turned on top of that, just to give the AI a serious kick in the pants. Help. I guess I just remember, or I have this feeling, that when I first started playing Stellaris, the AI was better. But there may not be much validity to that feeling. It could just be that I was a lot worse at the game. It could be a combination of the two as well, but I don't remember the AI quite being so inept. Though people have been complaining about the sectors since, like, the first month this game was out, and those still haven't really been fixed that well, but whatever. Backscattering spectrometry sensors indicate the presence of valuable substances beneath Anamine 5's noxious clouds. Really, I think the best way to fix planet management is to be able to program logic into the sector. If this planet is producing more food than it has tiles, stop producing food. If this planet is producing or has deposits that are not food, build that resource on that deposit. If this has deposits that are food but is producing enough food already, if this is a more efficient way to make food, build it here, tear down another one. Yeah, it's extended logic, but there is a clear and pretty easy logic to it, to building planets and building them effectively, especially in the context of Star Trek New Horizons. In this mod in particular, it's very, very difficult to make planets that are entirely energy producing or mineral producing or science producing, whereas in vanilla Stellaris, that's the way to do it for the most part. New Horizons enforces a method of play or a method of planet management that is technically suboptimal, but is more immersive and makes more sense, which I really like and frustrates me, but in a good way. So I think programming sector AI or better AI for planet management should be easier for New Horizons than it would be for vanilla Stellaris. I'm not saying vanilla Stellaris needs to be more like Horizons. It does, but that's beside the point. A new metal. Detailed surface scans of Avellano 4 have identified a large impact crater containing the wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design. The ships appear to be completely devoid of life support systems, leading us to suspect they were either unusually large drones or controlled by some form of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, the hull of the ships were constructed out of living metal, an exceedingly rare and inorganic material with many unique properties. This metal can be programmed to assume a certain shape or form and will slowly regrow itself if damaged. Over a period of several millennia, the surviving metal from the wrecked ships was fused into a large and extremely dense deposit that can be potentially mined for centuries to come. If that tech were a thing in this mod, and it's not. It's very exciting. We're finally wrapping up the core, which means these science ships can just be put on auto survey, I guess, and move up here, or maybe not. Maybe I need to be a little bit more proactive about what gets surveyed and what doesn't. I probably need to be more proactive. But for now, give me another ship. Wait, am I researching? Yeah, I am researching this. Mahima Gupta. That's a very human name for someone who's not human.
Survey complete.
Oh, you're Vulcan. You're Betazoid. Right, because I was trying to get the psionics text. People live a long time. Rock potential. Amine 5 is exceptionally rich in minerals. Minerals that are, unfortunately, of no use to us. However, Jonathan Esteban believes that many elements of the crust of Amine 5 can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The USS Grisham has requested the use of 100 energy credits for the purposes of the project. If I say no, nothing happens. Happens. If I say yes, that happens. Yo, what is this? That's a mistake is what that is. So let's you're going here, taking that out. Controlled dispersal positrons from orbit may change the minerals native to the planet into a more useful form. Or they may not. We'll see what happens. Yeah, let's just start on the outside move-in. So this is marginal. Best thing it can be is continental. This is rocky, and rocky cannot be terraformed, at least not yet. Interesting. Desert. Well, you can become arid, and that's all I can do for now. We have another marginal and another rocky. So this will come back here when I have 7,000 more credits. Throw it at that. Now, our management style. So far, I've kept star systems with the greatest number of overall tiles, not just size 25 planets. I think I might transition to just keeping the largest planets themselves under my purview. Yeah, that is a heavy bribe. Thank you. A heavy enough bribe that I can pop back down into TRAPPIST, go to TRAPPIST 1D, terraform this in a continental world. We'll be very happy. Yeah, I think I'll do that. The game shudders when I open the planet view. So, okay, Earth has a size 24. It's great. Alpha Centauri, the largest here is only size 19. Sirius, size 15. Sigma Draconis. Alright, so if I get something smaller than a size 15, we'll get rid of that system first. 15 Ophiuchus, nope. 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 Joret, we keep. Pacifica, we keep. Grabber Prime, we keep. Really, anything that is smaller than a size 20, we should get rid of, because I know there's enough size 20 plus planets out there for me to hand out. So Deneb Kaitos comes close. It's a size 19, but I think we hand this off. This has a few advantages. One, it lets me... Really, the biggest advantage is it'll let me manage directly less planets, and when I'm scrolling up and down, it'll just save seconds, which seconds add up. 16, 15, yeah, Vega, we are getting rid of. Goodbye, Vega colonies. Alright, for now, just for right now, I'm minimizing this, minimizing all the things. All the things, just to make this slightly faster. Great. Alpha Centauri has a size 19. Nope, Alpha Centauri's gone. It's a size 20. Get rid of it. What happened to Serpentis Prime? Was I on Alpha Centauri? I was extracting that, huh? Really well. Demolish this. There you go. And build a cultural exchange center? Or a trading center? Nah, let's do cultural exchange. Alright, well that's gonna hurt our fleet cap, but that's probably temporary. Sirius, you have nothing for me. So Sirius is also going into the massive sector. Goodbye, buddy. Sigma Draconis has a size 18, a size 18, size 24 eventually, so Sigma Draconis might be worth holding on to in the long run, but not right now. Giving them that means Chi Draconis can be dragged into the system now. We have Joret. Joret is size 25. I want to keep that. Fleck, 18 and 11. I don't want to keep that. Beta Prime, well, it's at least larger than size 20. So I'll keep it for now. 24, you're good. 23, you're good. You're in the Sol system. So that opens up 6 more. Can I sort by size? No, I can't. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, Tellen. Are you oversized 20? No. Octu, do you have any oversized 20? Nope. Faika? Nope. Alcina. Close, but no. So all of the ones I'm going to want are going to be coming from Lambda Serpentis. Size 22. Yeah. Take me to Gamma Iridani? Well, whatever this is. So let's give you this so I'm not breaking any borders here. But that's mine now. I may end up giving that back if we find that I can directly manage larger planets, but I'm just going at this quick. Very quickly. Give me that. Give me that. You can have vendor just so the borders look cleaner. Back to planets and sectors. That's size 20. I think I can do better than 20. I think I have 4 that are larger than 20. If I don't, I can come back and get the 20s later. 19, 13, 22. Eta Serpentis Prime. Give me that. Flag, 22, 24. Mather? Yeah, right, Mather is very good, but I had to give it away because I was managing things differently. Bellona is a size 23. I definitely want to manage that myself. Murfid is size 22, well that's close enough. Okay, now we look for anything exceptionally sized. 20, 15, 20... Nope. Alright, these are the largest planets we have. Maybe not by much in some cases, but they are the largest. Okay. We have, like, no energy right now, but that's okay. Before I unpause... No, let's unpause. Letting time roll by is totally okay. Do I want to place anything special down here? I may. It's not looking like it, but I may. And the reason I say that I may is, even outside of that sector, we have 5 raw dilithium that are not getting used. That is a lot. And I can do that later.
Construction complete.
Rock potential. The crew of the USS Grisham are pleased to announce the experiment was a success and a significant number of dense mineral veins have been transmuted into usable resources. This has a deposit of 9 on it now. Hot damn. That's very good. I'm just going to go ahead and replace this with the dilithium refinery. So that's 4 we'll have, right? If we currently have 5, we'll have 4. You already have one, so I'm not going to burden you with another. You could get one. Right, are you overproducing food? Barely. Barely, but not enough for me to switch that out.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah. Hold on. Daddy's managing his dilithium. Alright, 3 dilithium left. Malona is killing me. Are you overproducing food? So much! You're so overproducing food. Great. 2. And this is just something I should do anyway, because you are way overproducing food. You might not be that overproducing. We'll come back to that. This looks like it can be replaced. Dilithium. Do I already have a dilithium refinery? I do. You don't, but you can't really afford to. Yeah, it's fine. Murphy Prime. You can. How much are you overproducing food? Fair amount. I could pop one down here. Sodium tetrahydrate. Alright, you know what? Sodium tetra... it's not a real word. Hydrate. Star Trek. Sodium. Oh god. Alright, so this is what you use to make Ketracel white. Yeah, uridium bicantinine and sodium tetrahydrate. Yeah, so I can ignore that deposit as we are not the Dominion and we won't be taking advantage of that. So, fuck, was that 2 or was that 1? Alex, you had 1 job. 1 fucking job. Alright, 5. I'm building 1 here, right? Yeah, 4. I'm building 1 here. Or was there already 1 here? There was already 1 here. Yeah. 3. Oh gosh. This wasn't hard. Alright, let's count this down. I have 5 raw dilithium. This will make it 4. You already have 1. I'm not building a second. I am rebuilding this, which will make it 3. Malona Prime, I queued up this, which will make it 2. Beta Prime already has 1. Beta Prime A is too small. Murfrid Prime, I just queued up this, so that'll give us 1. Eta Serpentis Prime already has 1, so we'll move on to Alpha Chameleonis, which already has 1. Dret Prime can build 1, right? Yeah, so Dret Prime is going to get 1. We are not overproducing food, so I can't just cut food here. I guess I'm going to cut mineral production, so you can kiss that goodbye. Dilithium refinery, thank you kindly. Now, I can go over to the asteroid X9758 is emitting some sort of radiation and controlled burst. Someone or something trying to communicate with us? Excellent question, but I'm going to put in a cut here because I've been streaming for an hour and recording for about an hour. I'm going to keep streaming until midnight, so like 4 more hours, but if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you know the deal by now. This is it for today. Stop by again tomorrow. Make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe. You got it. I'm sure this is like part 24 or something. This would be a really weird place to start the series. So tomorrow, YouTube, toodaloo.